Okay, so we just hit the vent button here.
I did already.
Okay.
That's why the pressure you don't see anything.
Okay.
Because when I click the pump vent, so it started the turbo will stop, and also there is a purge of nitrogen. So that's how we reach the atmospheric pressure. So you can also check the color. You see that okay, the upper part, the funnel is always in green color because it's under vacuum. We are only looking at the lower part, the chamber. So it was in green color, right? So
At first it
when,
was green.
in vacuum it's in green. Now orange, it means it's vending,
Okay.
and then it will change to gray color when it's in air.
Okay.
So we can just yeah. So you know, right? For mounting the sample details, everything. You can use either copper tape or carbon tape. Both of them are double-sided sticky tape. And so you see like how people used. And if you want to tilt your sample more than 45 degree, use these tilted sample holders. Okay, you can place any of the sides and you will get this cross sectional to tilt it more than 45. Till 45 you can use this. So I'm just gonna use this one because my sample is already glued on the sample holder. What is your sample? What is your sample?
We are using wafers, silicon.
Silicon wafers?
Silicon
Okay,
wafers.
yeah. Because the sample has to be conductive. If it's a non-conductive, you get...
But our wafer is like this big. But I think we will do it after cutting.
Yeah.
So it will be smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You are gonna make some patterns, right?
Yeah, I think so.
In the clean room, you use some lithography. You make some patterns, right? That's
Yes.
what you want to check, right?
Yes, yes.
So after like 3 minutes, it's ready. When you try to open, it's easy.
Okay.
And then you can place anywhere you want. So not in the middle, because the middle one doesn't go, but except anywhere, okay?
Not in the middle, why?
So the middle, you see that there is no, the hole is too small than the pin.
Okay. Okay, okay.
The middle, I mean.
Okay, understood.
Any other holes, it works.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's pump. I'm just gonna be like now we have to wait. Yeah. So the most important step, the most important thing. You cannot turn the beam on when it's pumping. You can only turn the beam on when the chamber pressure reaches 5 E minus 5. Okay?
Okay.
So until then you have to wait. So while waiting we can do a couple of things. Do you remember what's the first step we have to do?
Quad 3?
No. So the first step before we do anything, we want to go to under stage and we want to make sure this touch alarm enable and external current measurement, these two are tick.
Okay.
It's two, normally it's tick, okay? But sometimes if there is a power failure and then somebody restart the software and then if he forgot to click, then it's not. But it's always an important step. Why? Because imagine, okay, the next step you have to bring the stage close to this 5 millimeter working distance.
Okay.
If that is ticked, when you bring it to this 5 millimeter working distance, but if you accidentally cross this 5 millimeter, you're gonna hit the objective, it will give you a warning. Otherwise it won't. So we don't want to break the objective because it's like more than $10,000 or something. So it's for a safety reason.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the first step. Before you do anything, you want to check. Okay? And now we can take the photo. We still have to wait to turn the beam on, but we need a photo to navigate the sample, right? So before we take the photo, we can bring the stage to this 5mm working distance. To do that, you go to navigation and then coordinates. So if it's not actual, sometimes it's in relative. So if it's not actual, you make it like you click make it actual, okay?
Okay.
And then yeah, see, you see, and then you change first X 0 enter. So sometimes if you put everything together, stage won't move. So just to make sure the stage is moving, Y 0, okay. And then the Z, this is very important. Z is this distance. You don't want to put any random number. You can put 30, okay. You have to remember this number. So when you put 30, you will bring the stage to somewhere in the middle of this window. So imagine like you put accidentally a random number. You can also press this escape button.
Okay.
It will stop, okay? Escape of the keyboard. Now from here I'm going to use the mouse wheel to drag it to 5mm.
You just press and drag, right?
Yeah, I'm just pressing the middle, the wheel.
Middle wheel?
The wheel here, and then I just drag it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, something like this is good. Okay, so I am in this 5mm one. Yeah. Now, okay, so when you do all these steps, the pressure will be 5E minus 5. You see the chamber pressure?
Yes.
And then now it's under vacuum. Now we can turn the beam on.
Okay.
Okay, so again to do so, we go to the beam control and we have to check because all these settings are coming from the previous user. So I know I don't need to use high voltage. I would suggest always start from the low voltage because you don't want to put unnecessary high voltage to damage your sample. So I'm just going to put 3 kilovolt. And the spot I am just going to leave as it is. Okay, so this is good, and you can use any of this, either this or this, doesn't matter. Oh wait, yes, we didn't take the photo yet, right? Because the photo is still the previous user photo. Okay, so once we bring the stage to this 5mm, we have to take the photo because then only it's only now the stage is working. Stage is only the 5mm. We don't know where is our sample yet. So to take the photo of the stage, go to stage, and then you take click take now cam photo. So this will go down to this. The photo, the camera is here on this side. Go there, take the photo, and come back again. Come back to the previous position where we placed before. So now we have the photo. Okay, so now, so this is my sample holder, this is my sample, but the green curve, the green cross is where is it focused. So I want to place this green cross on my sample. So to do so, I just double click. So now I am exactly on my sample. Okay.
Okay.
So this is good. I'm on my sample. The chamber pressure is good. The voltage is set. Everything is good. Now I'm going to click the beam on.
Okay.
To turn the beam on. So you see, you heard a
tick sound.
Tick sound. It's like opening the shutter, and then you freeze and unfreeze it. Okay. So you started seeing something. So I mean the sample. So then you can just double click to go anywhere. So I have some check patterns which I am looking. Okay, so I have also like the intensity. You can play with the brightness and contrast here. you cannot. So sometimes this you can also use this auto contrast brightness. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You see. So okay, so you just double click, wherever you want to go. Okay, so this is now edge. You see, I'm on the edge. So this is how you look for your pattern, okay?
Okay.
This is so much the you see my check pattern, so I'm just gonna go one of the okay. So now this is where I want to go. Gonna zoom in. Yeah, okay, this is the place I want to go. So I zoom in. Now I have to focus because this is not in focus, right? It's blurred. So to do that, I use this focus. So I start with the first one. So instead of focusing on all area, I'm going to focus on a small area. So to get the small area, I use this reduced area box. Okay, and then I'm gonna use is like probably 3 kilovolt is too much. Let me see. 2. So you can also use the shortcut F7 to get that small box, okay? So I think my sample is not really, because it's a silicon and it is there in air for many years, so it creates some kind of oxide layer, so that's a problem. That's what I was saying. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use this button and use this. So anticipation. To remove that, I just click again F7. Okay, it's not well focused anyway, but this is the place I want. What I'm going to do, I can be a little bit more focused. I have this thing. But this place I'm not really worried about too much focus or anything. This time I'm only focusing on where I have to go, okay? So still it's not really focused. But when you start, by default it's in the mode 1 field free. This mode is for navigating your sample. And now when I want to take the high resolution, I'm gonna change to mode 2 immersion. But before that, I will have to do one step. Go to the stage and then I click this link Z to FWD. You will see in a second. And then I'm going to change to mode 2. So the first mode only for navigating the sample area where I want to go, and then the second mode is like you see to get a high resolution. So now I am on the mode 2. Now okay, I focus on one of these. And I take the small box, and whenever I take the small box, okay, and we see it. Okay, now I'm gonna use this OS. Okay, it's getting better. Okay, so this goes. Now I tune here. Okay, now let me try the dimension. Okay, so you can play with this until you see it better, okay? You can use that one, or you can also use without that. Yeah, you see, like when I change the focus, it changed. Okay, so this is not bad. So again, you can still focus more. So if your sample is not really conductive, you will see that it moves. That's the problem I was talking about. So your sample has to be really conductive. Okay, not bad, but basically this is how you do. Okay.
Okay.
So okay, then this is not bad. So you see, like this is the area this is the place I have spent some time. That's why it was like a dark color. But you see my this is little bit tilted, right? So I want to adjust the tilt. I can do that. I go to the stage and I'm going to change the scan rotation. So you can do by drawing line either horizontal or vertical. I'm just gonna do like this and then finish. You see, you can do that way, or I can also change here the scan rotation. So okay, you can move like that. You see, this is for the scan rotation. Okay.
Yes.
So if you want to have like a small division of small angle of movement, you just use, like I showed you, stage, scan rotation, draw the line, because by drawing the line you can you can really adjust how much you want to make it. Yeah. Like that. If you want to tilt your sample, to see that, you go to again the navigation. You can use this T, tilt. But if you want to tilt more than 45, use that tilt sample holder. Because then you have this 45-degree angle, then you only need to tilt little bit more.
Okay.
Then if you want to write or something, or draw something, or measure something, you can use any of that. Okay, if you want to, for instance, measurement, okay? So you can use any of these. Line, circle, angle, whatever the measurement if you want to do. If you want to draw something, you can use any of these. If you want to write something, you can use this. Okay?
Okay.
And delete. What else? Okay, so this is what we want to do, and then once you focus, you can move around, and then now you can take the image, you can take the photo. To do so, okay, so this is the one I said. So now we are in the quad 1. Quad 1 is the live mode. So quad 2 also live, but it's a slow scan. So when you click this arrow, it will tell you what is that, resolution, dwell time, everything, all the parameters. So when you want to take the image, you can go to starting from 4. So 4 means like you have this much resolution, all these parameters varies. You can use either 4, 5, 6, any of these. But higher the number, you have higher resolution, everything is higher, so the scan time will be slow. You see the scanning is so slow. Okay, so like 4 is good in fact. So once you start that, you can go to file, you can use save or save as. I normally use a shortcut which is F2. So when I click F2, this default it will go to 4 and then it starts scanning. I think okay, I don't think it's default for, let me see. I think it shows previously what it was before. Let me see again.
F2.
Yeah, F2 is the shortcut. Yeah, you can use either F2, but it looks like it's not scanning. It's maybe like I'm going through either using 5 or 6. It looks like it's using the 6 because it's super slow. You see, it's really slow. So let me pause this and instead of using, come back here, number 4, and then number 4 and then freeze. Okay, so number 4 is relatively faster. 5 and 6 it is really slow. Okay, you see, and then you can click. So once it's okay, let's take the image. Okay, so this is, then you can click file, save. Okay, so it will save the next one. You can use save or save as. Let's see. Okay, so another point I want to say, when you use the tilted sample holder, right? Make sure the topmost part only like at 5. You don't want to overpass the 5mm mark because this is for the safety reason. So the top highest part should be at 5. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, so okay, save, it doesn't do anything. So save as. Yeah. So you have to basically click save as, okay? F2 or save as.
Okay.
And then you can choose you may have, right? Folder. It's in the litho PC. Network litho PC. Do you have a folder? I think you may have, right?
Maybe. Oh, Riaz, yeah.
Is that you? Which one? This one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So okay. So you can just okay. So this already exists. And then if you are saving with that, you remember, like if it's tick, it will save with all the data bars. And then this is also tick. If you have something right up there, it will save with that. Okay. So that's there, and then you can attach. This is connected to the internet. You can attach to your email or Dropbox or anything. So yeah. So now if I click, let me check F2 shortcut. Yeah, so in fact when I click the F2, it's even like a higher resolution. That's why the scan speed is low, because it's either 4 or 5, or 5 or 6.
Okay.
Any of this high resolution. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. And now, do you have any questions?
No, it's okay.
Or not?
Now how to, after taking the images, now
Yeah, so this is about, so now, okay, if you want to go somewhere else, you can just double click, go anywhere you want, or like zoom out, zoom in or zoom out, whatever, if you want to look more detail, you zoom in, and if you want to go somewhere, you zoom out, you have a, and then, okay, once we finished, okay, we can now go to the first part. So I'm just thinking, is there anything else I have to say? No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah. So once you finish the image, everything. So the first step, the first thing you want to do, you want to turn off the beam. Okay. So just click beam on, that's the same button. So now the shutter is closed, there is no beam. Now we can bend it. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. So you do beam on and beam off always with under a background. Okay. So once you finish the imaging, you just click again the beam on button to turn off the beam off. Turn off the beam and then click bend. So when you bend, it again go back. You don't have to worry about it.
What voltage do you suggest for me to use with silicon wafers?
Silicon wafer, just the silicon wafer.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can start with the same like 2 kilovolts.
2 kilovolts.
Yeah, yeah. And what is on your silicon wafer?
We're just making patterns. Okay, we'll put metal first, chromium and then gold.
Yeah, and so you are making a device basically, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And do you know like how bigger are they?
They will be very small.
Yeah, so
Because okay, can I finish my video?
yeah, that's it. Now we are going to take it out.
Just take it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.